Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's episode, I'll be discussing the 10 skills, but I should call it the 10 life skills you need to learn before relocating to Canada. Now, in case this is your first time of visiting this channel, welcome. Again, if you are yet to subscribe, please kindly subscribe to this channel. Click on the notifications icon. That's the bell icon beside the subscribe button. So whenever I make a new post like this, you don't get to miss it because I'll be dishing out 10 life skills that are hot cake in Canada. Now, let's get started. Number one, driver or driving. Now, driving is a life skill for any location at all. Talk less of a country that is the second largest country in the world, which is to tell you that Canada is big. So, which means in order to effectively navigate Canada, you need to be able to drive. You need to be able to drive from one location to another. Now, because of this kind of issues, people are always moving from destination to destination. This is why you need to learn driving. Also, Uber driving is popular and people make use of public transport in Canada. So that is also something you need to consider if you are relocating to Canada. Number two, builder. Now, people are moving to Canada at a very crazy rate that Canada has ever witnessed since it was established. What that means is there will be need for new houses, new shelters, and stuff like that. So this is why you should also consider learning all these bricklaying and stuffs in case you are planning to relocate to Canada. Number three, carpentry. As you may know, sometimes people don't build houses with bricks, especially areas that are prone to natural disasters. So in this case, they always need carpenters to fix their houses. They always need carpenters to build their houses. So carpentry is a very hot skill in Canada. Another one is plumber. Whether you like it or not, you would always have a plumbing issue anywhere in the world. Even in Nigeria or any other country in the world, before you know it, your kitchen is leaking, your toilet needs to be fixed. Something will always happen that you will always need a plumber. And these guys charge per hour, or they will charge you one ridiculous amount just to do something as little as fixing a tap. So this is why you need to consider plumbing. And again, Canada just released a new route to relocate for plumbers and carpenters. So it is a skilled worker route. So next one is painting. As you know, if you are building a new house, you definitely have to paint it. And painting is something that it is very easy to learn. In fact, sometimes you don't need skills to learn how to paint. But imagine before you leave, just ensure that you are familiar with all the tools used in painting. Make sure you go and learn it professionally, because there's a difference between somebody that just paints and someone that is painting professionally. That will make the difference between you and every other person. So learn how to paint. The next one is IT. Nobody needs to tell you this. IT has taken over the world, and whether you like it or not, IT skills would always be needed, either in networking, in infrastructure, anything you want to think about in this life right now, and applies to IT people. So this is why IT would always grow. I'm talking about programmers, website designers, data analysts, and the like. So IT is another hot cake you should learn. I'll be doing another topic entirely on IT skills you can learn. But for this purpose, just any IT skill will be fine. But in order to know the kind of IT skills that are needed, just go to any job site in Canada and search for the kind of IT skills that they are looking for. It is very easy. So in case you are looking for any kind of IT skills and you are confused, which one should I learn, which one is needed in Canada, the next thing you should do is just go to any job site. Look out for the kind of IT skills that are popular. For example, if there's a need for 100 programmers that can use PHP, over 10 positions for people looking for, let's say Python, automatically that will tell you that more people are looking for the 100 over the 10. I don't know if this makes sense. So IT skills is very important. The next one is barber or hair maker. No matter what, grooming is an important aspect of human. So whether men or women, people want to look good. So this is why people will need to shave their hair, people will need to plait their hair and stuff like that. So this is why barbing and hair making is a very important skill you need to learn before you move to Canada. This particular skill, which is truck driving or large machine operators, this is what is always needed virtually every time in Canada. And that's because, as I said earlier, Canada is a very big country and they need to move stuff from one area to another. Let me give you an example. Did you know that traveling within Canada, some flights will take you as high as 7 hours, 5 hours within Canada? That is to tell you how big this country is. This is why they always need people to move goods from one place to another. Imagine learning how to drive truck. It will be very easy for you to get a job compared to somebody without this skill. So this is why you should learn truck driving and large machine operators. So, for example, tractors in the farm, all those forklifts. These are skills that are not for everybody, that not everybody have these skills, but are always needed in Canada. And that's because some states in Canada are industrial states. They always need this. Another one is auto mechanic, or the one we call mechanic in this part of the world. Now, because Canada is big, there's always need for people to move. And when people are moving constantly or consistently, machines are not reliable. They will always develop faults. This is why auto mechanic is an important skill you need to learn before you move to Canada. Whether you like it or not, cars will always develop faults, which means people have to always take their cars to mechanic every now and then. As you know, Canada has this crazy weather. During the very cold weather, there's a kind of oil that they use, there's a kind of tires that they use. So every now and then, people always come to you to fix one thing or the other. So this is why auto mechanic is a very important skill you need to learn before going to Canada. Now, another thing, especially people that are coming from a different country entirely, MC. Now, this is always missing in most events abroad. If you are doing a traditional Nigerian wedding in Canada, as you know right now, a lot of Nigerians are moving to Canada. And they always want to do their events, marriage, burials, birthdays, like they're in Nigeria. So in those cases, they will always need MCs. And one of the reasons why I love MCs is that does not cost you anything. Like, you don't basically have to do anything to come and do your job. And imagine you're earning minimum of 500, 1,000 per event. And I'm sure some people even charge more. So this is why you need to perfect your act of MC, events planning and stuff like that when you are moving to Canada, because people want to do their event like they're in their local country. Make sure you network and interact with members of your local community. That way, if there's an event, you'll be the first of course. So and perfect your MC skills. That way, you'll be making lots of money in Canada. And guess what? You can even do this as part-time in addition to your regular job. This is why you should consider MC as a side hustle or as a full hustle in Canada. Another skill is photography or videography. Now, this one is a very important skill you need to learn. And why am I saying this? Let me give you an example. I've seen people that did weddings abroad. They had to import a Nigerian photographer and videographer to come and shoot their wedding. I know why. Is this extra touches Nigerian photographers and videographers put into their editing that makes it different from what you will get from an average guy in the abroad or in Canada. So this is why if somebody wants to do a wedding in Canada right now, they're looking for a Nigerian photographer, not a white or a Canadian photographer, if you know what I mean, because they are used to this kind of settings from Nigerian. And I've seen a situation whereby a professional photographer in Canada did a wedding shoot, but what he gave them was just basic photos. They are good, they are beautiful, no doubt, but it's just basic. But there's this extra Nigerian photographers and videographers will give you, this extra paparazzi that will make it different from what a white person will give you, which is why you should perfect this skill before you move to Canada. That way you can easily get all these jobs that people are looking for who to give it to. So just in case you are wondering, so how can I get started with all these skills? Yes, the first thing you need to do is get to learn these skills. Have the street knowledge of these skills. Just know the in and out of all these skills. That's the first step. Learn it. Second step is this, which is the certification aspect. Make sure you are certified in all these skills, because again, sometimes people will not just trust you to give you that job unless they feel that you are certified. You can either get certified in Nigeria or get certified over there. The third one is this: before you leave, make sure you have your international driver's license from Nigeria or from any country you're applying from before you enter Canada. It might be a little bit difficult to get a driver's license in those countries. It might take a while. You have to go through school, read like you're applying for a very important exam. So you have to perfect all these skills. But if you have your international driver's license, you can hit the ground running immediately you get to Canada. So that's the third one. The fourth one is this: make sure you have professionals in the industry that you're looking up to in that country before you leave. So for example, if you're planning to do mechanic, connect with like 5 mechanics in Canada before you leave. If you're planning to do engineering, connect with 5 engineers or more. Network with a lot of them. Connect with them on LinkedIn. Connect with them on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and the like. Use hashtag to search for them. The moment you get to Canada, you're already friends with them. It will be easier for somebody to easily refer their friends to a job. Other than you just getting to Canada, you don't know anybody, you don't know any professional, or you don't have a mentor that can put you through. In fact, sometimes if you get there for a start, the person can even ask you to just, you know what, just come around every other day before you get a job. So this is why it is very important to get this. Another thing is your networking skills needs to be top notch. This is, yeah, it's like you're starting your life from the beginning. So your networking skills before you leave Nigeria, when you get there, should be in top notch. That way, it should be easier for somebody to quickly refer you if something comes up. I'm sure you're getting this. So, and the last one is this: research for jobs that are hot cake before you leave. Don't just go and learn shoemaker because someone says you should learn shoemaking. Don't just go and learn photography because someone says you should learn photography. Make sure you research well. Go to the Canadian government website. See the kind of skills that is popping up every time. The kind of skills that that the Canadian government says they are looking out for. Go to their job site. See the kind of job that is coming up every time. That is to tell you that there are so many people looking out for that job. So, for example, if there are 1,000 job applications, or if there are 1,000 job vacancies for hairdresser, and there is like 10 for barber, that is to tell you that they need more hairdresser than barber. So, for example, if there are like 100 vacancies for IT guys, which is, let's say, web designers, and they're like 2 for programmers, that would tell you that they are looking for more website designers than programmers. I'm just using this as an example. So make sure you do your research, go on all these job websites. I'll also be doing another topic entirely on places where you can get jobs in Canada. If you do this consistently, you definitely get a job. And how do you get a job? Every other day, send out minimum of at least 10 applications. I'm not kidding you. This is the only way to get a job fast compared to someone that sends applications once a day or once a week. Send applications every day. Also, I'll be teaching you how to use AI to actually get jobs faster. I will make another video on that entirely. So this is why you should subscribe to this channel, because there is a lot of information I'll be dishing out in the next couple of weeks. If you find this video useful, like I always say, like it, share with people that might need this, because it's not only going to make this channel blow up, it's also going to help a lot of people. The whole purpose of this video is to make sure you are getting value. If you can follow this step, you're going to be successful. Forget what everybody is saying. Just do your research, get the required skills. If you have the required skills and you're ready to give value, you can never suffer, no matter the country you are. And why am I saying this confidently is because I've seen situations where people tell me it is not possible to make money here, and I enter that industry, I make money. So just follow this step, get the required skills, get the required knowledge, and you're going to be successful. Trust me. If you find this video useful, follow me for more. See you next time. Bye.